Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Okay, so today we still cannot start with our Irab yet. We still have two things to go through before we do the Irab of the ayah. So we'll do Ism Isyarah first. Okay, so I think everyone knows this, your Ism Isyarah. So we have the near and we have the far. And the near, all basically all the ha, okay, starts with all the one that starts with the ha is the near, and then the rest are far. The one that start with la or til or ulaik, all that is far. Okay, so that is the basic that we've learned basically. But Arab wise, okay, actually the Ism Isyarah itself is only the part here, the black part. He here. Dhani. Ulai. This is our Ism Isyarah. Again, the. So it's the same. Basically, it's the same Ism Isyarah here. And then ti here. Dhani again. Tani for the feminine here is the same as this one. And then ulai is basically the same here. Ulai, 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 ulai. Okay, that's the Ism Isyarah. And then the other parts that I highlighted in different colors here, they are actually just halves that are put together, used together with the Ism Isyarah. Okay, this ha or the ha here that you see, it's ha for tanbih. Okay, tanbih, this is the word here. Tanbih means grabbing attention. Okay, this is from nun ba ha ta'lim tanbih. Okay, it's for grabbing attention. And the ka at the end here, it's basically the one that you are addressing. Okay, so that's why in the Quran sometimes you see dhalikum, okay, because it's basically a pronoun. Okay, and yes, and then when you this lam here, this lam we call it is for bu'ud, is for pointing something far also, and it can be used together with the ka, but not together with ha. So you cannot have ha lika, for example. Okay, you can not also have the lam. So, for example, you might see the ka outside of the Quran. So that's just the and ka don't have the lam. Okay, just like the dual don't have the lam. Okay, and then yeah, so basically that's it. Okay, you just have to remember that all these parts here, the black one, that is your actual Ismul Isyarah. Okay, otherwise, so the I'rab part, basically here you have for basically ha, you will say al-ha is for tanbih, lil tanbih, for tanbih. Okay, jar majrur here. Al-ha is for tanbih, and then the dha and the dhihi, that's your Ism Isyarah. So for dha, it is mabni ala sukun, the sukun on top of the alif. For dhihi, it's mabni ala kasr, it's the kasrah there. Okay, and then after that you say fi mahali rafa or nasab or jar, and then the roll. Okay, so for that day when we did our Muslim chart and all of those isms, right? We say the status, the role first, like we say khabar or mubtada or what do we have that day? Can't remember. Or ism inna, and then we say the status, and then we say the sign. So marfu khabar marfu bidamma, for example. But if the word is mabni, then you say the thing first. Okay, so the thing here is the is Ism Isyarah. That's the kind of word. And then the mabni ala what, which is actually not so important. The more important part is fi mahali what, and then the role. So it's the other way around. Okay, the thing first, and then the status, and then the role, basically. We skip the dual a bit. Ha-ula, basically the same. The ha is your tanbih. Ulai is your Ism Isyarah, again mabni ala kasr because it's kasrah on the hamzah, and then again fi mahadi rafa or nasab or jar, And then what's the role? Is it mubtada? Is it ism majrur? Something like that. Okay. Okay. For the singular here, dhalika and tilka. Okay, again, the is ism isyarah. The t actually with a ya is ism isyarah. Both will be mabni ala sukun. And then the lam it's for here. Then you say fi mahali rafa or nasab or jar. And then the role. And then the lam is for fa, to point something far. Lam lil bu'ud. Okay. And then the kaf is basically harf hitab, the one you're addressing, from the word muhatab. Okay, the one you're addressing. Same thing for here. Ulaik. So ulaik is your ism isyarah fi mahali rafa, nasab or jar. And then the kaf here is your harf hitab again. Okay. For the dual, even though you have like a rafa version and a nasab and jar version, right? It is still mabni. Okay, so again is for tanbih. Okay, the and the ta, that's a ism isyarah, and it will be mabni alal alif. Okay, and then fi mahali rafa. And then the noon, remember that day we saw before we did the one that I screenshot from the Iraab Mufassal about the noon at the end of Muslimani, Muslimuna, right? That noon is substituting the tanween from the mufrad. Basically, this noon is saying the same thing. It says this noon is nushbih. It's resembling the noon that occurs, al-noon al-waqi'ah, that occurs substituting, well done, anit tanween. Do you all remember that? Do I have to show you again? Anyone don't remember that? This one here. When I show you this word, Rabbaniyina, right? This noon is substituting the tanween of the ism mufrad from the singular. Yes, so they're saying that this noon on the ism isyarah is resembling that noon on the muslimani, basically. Okay, so that is the rafa. The nasa version is going to be the they and the tai here. So again is your the tanbih, then your they or tai is ism isyarah mabni alal ya, and then fi mahali nasab or jar for this one. And then the same thing for the noon. The noon is tushbih, the noon is resembling the noon that again occurs substituting the tanween. Okay, clear everyone for this? You don't have to worry so much about this. In fact, you don't have to remember this at all. Definitely you will forget the wordings, especially for this one, because we don't have much ism isyarah duals in the Quran. We have only like a few times in the Quran. So just come back here and try to remember what is being said. Okay, so same thing for the fa one as well. So dhanika and tanika. Again, your dha and your ta is your ism isyarah. The noon again is resembling that same noon in the muslimani. And then the kaf is the same as just now, the harf khitab. Okay? So same thing here. Even though you have nasab and jar, it's one. This is mabni ala alif. This is mabni ala ya. Clear? Inshallah?
Inshallah.
Okay.
Only in the musanna that we can see the status clearly.
Yes, exactly.
But the rest we have to determine. Okay.
Yes, correct. Okay, the rest is you have to see the context, whether it's rafa or jar. Good. Okay. Next thing is pronouns. Okay. So you know your pronouns from huwa to nahnu, and then you also have your attached pronouns, right? The who, the ka, and then in baina you know it as nasab as ni, jar is ya. Yes. So need to unlearn that a bit. Ana is the rafa. And whether it's nasab or jar, only the ya is your domir, okay? And then the noon is something else that we will talk later, okay? Otherwise, everything else is the same, okay? And there are two kinds of pronouns. The one that you know very well is your munfasil and muttasil. Munfasil is the ones on the white, the independent pronouns, yes. Muttasil you know as this one, the nasab or jar one. But you also have later another kind of muttasil when we go to fi'il. And we also have mustatir, pronouns that are mustatir again when we do fi'ils, okay? But today we'll just do the ones that we know, the independent one and the attached nasab and jar one. So for the independent pronouns or the detached pronouns, basically you will say, again, it's a mabni word, right? So you have to say what kind of word first. So huwa will be domir munfasil. This is not really important, but just it means lil ghaib means third person, for the third person, for a person who's not there, the third person. Mabni ala al-fat, because it's always going to be huwa, never huwu, never huwi, so mabni ala al-fat. And then fi mahali rafa, mubtada. Okay, it's usually going to be fi mahali rafa, mubtada. And then huma, domir munfasil. So instead of ghaib, it's ghaib bayini. Still third person, but dual. We usually don't say all this. Okay, we just say domir munfasil, mabni even if, and then fi mahali rafa basically. Okay, but this is basically the full one, so that if you were to see it next time, then you know what it's saying. Okay, then it's mabni ala sukun. Actually it's supposed to be mabni ala dom if it talks about the alif. And then fi mahali rafa mubtada. Then the alif on the huma is the sign of the dual. Okay, I think this is supposed to be mabni ala dom, the dhamma on the hu itself. Okay, otherwise you can leave it just domir munfasil mabni and then fi mahali rafa mubtada. That's enough. We don't have to talk about the mim and the alif. We just talk about the whole thing as a whole, inshallah. Okay, same thing as hum. So domir munfasil. This time is ghaibina, still third person, plural. Mabni ala sukun, fi mahali rafa mubtada, same thing. And then the mim is a sign of masculine plural. Okay, so they're saying that this mim is a sign of that basically. But you don't have to do all that. Okay, just this is all the blue ones is just for additional information. Okay, we can suffice with the rest, the black ones. Here, same. Domir munfasil, mabni, fi mahali rafa, mubtada. Enough. Okay. Hunna also. Domir munfasil, mabni, fi mahali rafa, mubtada. Is enough. But the whole thing, basically this noon, is called nun niswah. Okay. Anta, same thing. All domir munfasil. So this time is for mukhatab, is for second person. Mabni ala al-fat, fi mahali rafa, mubtada. And then antuma, they do the same as just now. Domir munfasil, mabni, fi rafa, mubtada. And then the alif again is the sign of tathniyah. It's the sign of dual, basically. And then antum, domir munfasil, mabni, fi rafa, mubtada. Again, the mim is sign for the masculine plural. Okay. Anti, domir munfasil, for the second person, mabni. We don't have this in the Quran, that's why I didn't put anyway. And then antunna, same thing. All same. All are going to be domir munfasil, mabni, fi mahali rafa, basically. Okay? Any questions here? Same thing with ana and nahnu also. No questions? Okay. Yes?
Excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
I ask you about what the meaning of I forgot the first one.
Ghaib.
No, the other one. The first one. I mean the I forgot again. Can you go to the first?
Oh, the first one here you mean?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I can move again. Move again.
Mhm.
Again.
I don't have ready. Here only. You mean Ism Isyarah just now? The first one, you mean here?
I forgot. Later I will inform you. I
Okay.
forgot. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't familiar with the Arabic, but that is
Okay.
why I forgot. Okay, later.
Okay. If you have a question, interrupt me somewhere. Don't forget. Okay. Then we don't have to go back to it. Okay. Anyone can interrupt me, inshallah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry, sister.
Yes. Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
For attached pronouns, okay, you know attached pronouns can either be nasab or jar. Yes. So basically, okay, here is an idafa, so it's going to be jar. This is going to be this way. Okay, this way, and then bihi is with a half of jar, so it's going to be jar. Innahu, the hu is going to be nasab because it's with half of inna, and then khalaqahu is with a fi'il, so it's a maf'ul. Yes. So all of this. So it's all like that. It's idafa, half of jar, half of nasab, maf'ul. Idafa, half of jar, half of nasab, maf'ul. Okay, in that way. So it doesn't matter which one, whether it's who or he. Okay, the ha is going to be your domir muttasil. Okay, don't have to say a ghaib if you don't want. Just means third person. And then mabni, it's always going to be mabni. Of course, it can be mabni ala dom or mabni ala kasr. That will be the spelling rule. Okay. And then you either say fi mahali jar if it's idafa, or if it's a ism majrur, or you say fi mahali nasab if it's these two. Yes. And then after that, you say the role. Is it a mudhaf ilaihi? Is it ism majrur? So fi mahali jar, mudhaf ilaihi. Fi mahali jar, ism majrur. Fi mahali nasab, ism inna. Fi mahali nasab, maf'ul bihi. Like that. Okay? And it's going to be the same basically for all. Again, for huma, domir, mutasil, mabni ala dom or kasr, same thing because of the ha, the dhamma on the ha or kasra on the ha. Okay, and then fi mahali jar for these two, either it's mudhaf ilaihi or ism majrur, or fi mahali nasab for these two, either it's ism inna or maf'ul bihi. Okay, so the full one is the meme is a letter, a pillar for the alif basically, because you cannot put alif after the ha. So the meme is just a pillar, and then the alif is the sign of the dual, basically. Okay, so you might see this, but we will never say this in our classes. Okay, it's too long. We will do huma. The whole thing is domir, mutasil, fi mahali, jar or nasab. That's all. We will suffice with that, inshallah. Okay. Again, whom, all the same, whom and him. This domir mutasil, mabni al dom or mabni al kasar, and then fi mahali jar or fi mahali nasab, and then that's the role. Okay, so what kind of word? Status, role. Okay, and then same thing here for the whom. The meme is your sign of jama, plural masculine. Okay, for here, ha is domir mutasil, same. Okay, mabni ala sukun obviously because it's on the alif, fi mahali jar or fi mahali nasab, and then the rule. Same thing for huma. This one is exactly the same here, and then hunna, almost the same, just that the noon, if you see the difference there, the noon is your jama inas, so your feminine plural basically. But otherwise, all the other parts of the attached pronouns is basically going to be the same. Okay.
Inshallah.
Then for your second person, your ka, kuma, whom, ki, kuma, kunna, basically all still the same. Okay, the only difference is here is mukhatab, second person. Okay, mukhatab two, mukhatab plural. Okay, and then all is here is mabni ala al-fat because of the fat on the kaf. This two is mabni ala dom because the dhamma on the kaf. Okay, and then again same thing. Ma is your pillar for the alif. The alif is the sign of the dual. The mim is the sign of the plural masculine. Yes, and then fi mahali jar or nasab, and then the rule. Anti, same thing. Domir muttasil here, same thing. Mukhatab also, mukhatabah, second person, feminine, bifata marfuta. Of course, mabni ala kasr. That will be the sign for your anti, yes, and then fi mahali jar or fi mahali nasab, and then your role. Huma basically the same, kunna basically the same, except for nun is your, again, the sign for your plural feminine. Okay, this one, ana, like I said, the ya is your domir. Okay, whether it's ism, even if with the fi'il it's hola, qoni, the noon is a different thing. We will talk about that when we see it. Otherwise, yes, the noon is a different thing. The ya is your domir muttasil here. Okay, mutakalim, first person, mabni ala sukun, or sometimes you will see mabni ala fat, like that when we saw yesterday for the kitabiyah. Okay, and then fi mahali jar or nasab, what's the rule? Okay, and nahnu, same. Nahnu bina all the way. So domir, again, mutakalim, muttasil, and then mabni ala sukun on the alif, then fi mahali jar or fi mahali nasab. Can, inshallah, clear, everyone? Okay.
I remember now.
Yes.
What is the meaning of tanbih?
Oh, tanbih means to grab attention.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when you say ha, for example, hadha, the ha part is the grabbing the attention. Okay, that we cannot translate in English, basically, right? We cannot translate that, but in Arabic, there is a purpose for that ha there.
Okay.
Okay, otherwise they can just say za actually.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of hadha. Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. No more questions? If no more questions, we can start. Yes, Sister Bibi, is it that came first?
Yes.
Zalika.
Dalika, da is the ism isyarah.
Yes.
Ism
Oops.
isyarah.
Mm-hmm.
Mabni.
Mm-hmm.
Should I say ala?
You can if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
mabni
al alfat. Not al alfat. The is your ism
Oh,
isyarah.
okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Ala
mabni ala. Yes.
sukun.
And then.
في محل رفع
Mm-hmm.
مبتدأ.
Yes. And then the lam.
واللام is للبعد.
Yes. What does that mean?
For far.
Yes. And
far. And
correct.
والكاف is للخطاب.
Yes.
The
And what
address.
does that mean? Yes. Exactly. Okay. Good. Sister Hamisa, Al-Kitabu.
Al-Kitabu is badal.
Okay.
Should I say marfu bidoma?
Yes. So, okay. Badal to what?
Badal to mubtada.
To the ism
To
isyarah, you mean?
zalika, yes.
Yes. Okay. So, what do we say? Badal.
Badal li.
Min.
Amin, sorry.
Okay, yes.
Badal
Min
min
ism
isyarah.
isyarah. Okay. So, you're saying that this is a fragment. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Means you will translate as?
This is the book.
This is a sentence. So, you want to fragments or sentence?
The book. No. This
book or this is the book?
This book.
Okay, so you're saying it's a fragment, right?
Yeah.
Actually, there is two ways to look at this. Okay, so I'll say first.
It can be a khabar.
Yes.
I say okay.
So this is marfu bil dhamma in any case, right? If you say it's a fragment, then for the rest of you who are new to Irab, I'm sure you know this as musyarun ilaihi. Yes, that is not an Irab term. Okay, that is like a textbook term. But the Irab for the musyarun ilaihi, if you say this is a fragment, is going to be badal, or sometimes in some Irabus use sifah. Okay, so I'm just going to put here. Badal mean ism isyarah or sifah. It's basically the same thing. It's not a different opinion. Okay, it's basically the same thing. Yes. Okay, and then second thing is you can say this will be, if you say
khabar.
Yes, khabar, and
Marfu'
yes, marfu' bi dhamma already here. Clear, inshallah. Wait. Okay. So if you say that this is a badal, if you say that this is a fragment,
Then I have to find the khabar.
where is the khabar?
Oh my. The jar wa majrur bil muta'alliq bil khabar.
Okay, actually, okay. So la here, okay. Maybe I'll come back. I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, sister, Sister Niana.
Okay. Bismillah.
Yes.
La
La.
is la nafi lil-jinsi.
Very good. Okay. So this is la nafi. Second. Nafiyah lil jins. What does that mean?
Negation.
Not just negation, but absolute no, right? Categorical negation. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then for that, for this la, okay, what about roiba then? Any idea?
Roiba is ismuha mabni.
Sorry, say again. Roiba is?
Roiba ismuha mabni.
Yes, correct. So this is ism of la. Okay, let me
Yeah.
go there first.
Yeah.
Where's my... Okay, let me teach you the Iraab of la first. Patient. Okay, here. Okay, so when you see a la nafiyah lil jins, okay, this one basically will work like inna, meaning that you have an ism inna and then khabar inna, right? So la basically is like that. Okay, you have an ism la and a khabar la. Okay, so here, for example, you have la and then rajul la. This is actually your ism la. As you said, yes, this is mabni alal fat, but then after that you also have to say fi mahali nasab. Okay, because this is always going to be light without tanwin, so that's why it's mabni alal fat. Okay.
Okay.
And then most times it's going to be a jar or majrur, and this is going to be a khabar la. But outside of the Quran, I think I don't know if it's in the Quran, but outside of the Quran, you can have like a normal khabar with marfu basically. Okay. Yes, but in the Quran, mostly it's going to be like this. So whenever you have la nafiyah lil jins, just think about how inna works basically. Okay, it has an ism and it has a khabar. Okay.
Okay.
So back to this, roiba is our ism of la, and it's going to be mabni.
Al-fat fi mahali nasab.
Good. Fi mahali nasab. Okay, because it's the ism of la, just like ism inna. Okay.
Okay.
And next person, Sister Aisha.
It's fi and he. It's jar majrur, right?
Yes. Okay. So let's do the long one. So fi is our half of jar. Ha is our the he.
Well, ha is dhamir.
Yes. What kind of dhamir?
Muttasil.
Munfasil or muttasil? Yes.
Muttasil.
And
Mabni ala al-kasr.
good. And then fi mahalli, what's the status?
Fi mahalli.
It's coming with a half of jar. Sorry?
Fi mahalli jar, right?
Yes, because it's a majrur, right?
Yeah, but we already said mabni ala al-kasr, right?
Yes,
So
mabni ala kasr
we have
just
to say
means yes. Mabni ala kasr, sorry, it means that it's fixed on the kasr. It's always going to be fi he, not fi hu, for example, not fi ha. Okay, so this kasr is not, it does not show you the status of the word, right? Even if you have khalaqahu, for example. The dhamma on the kha doesn't tell you that it's rafa. It's still nasab because it's a maf'ul, basically. Okay, so yes, it's going to be fixed. All whenever you see mabni and mabni word, you cannot see the status. So you have to say the status fi mahali rafa or nasab or jar, and then the role of the word. In this case, it's a majrur because it's the jar or majrur. Yes. Of
Okay.
course, later
So
on.
the sorry,
Yes.
the raiba,
Mhm.
we said ism la mabni ala al-fath, right? So it's fixed in fath fi mahalli nasab. So raiba, we can't find any other form of raiba.
No.
Raibun,
Okay.
raibin,
So it's only fixed here in this case because it's the ism of la. It
okay.
needs to be light here. It needs to be only one fathah here. It's fixed only in this case. But in other place, of course, it's not fixed and you won't say mabni. Only when it's ism of la, it's mabni. Okay? Understand?
Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the whole thing here, fihi, will be.
And it's a khabar of la nafiyah, right?
Yes, correct. The khabar of la. Okay, basically, you might also see maybe something like shibul jumlah fi mahali rafa. Shibul jumlah means that shibul jumlah is a fragment, basically, not any kind of fragment, just jar wa majrur and zarf. Okay, that's a shibul jumlah. Okay.
So it's shibhu means
Resembling,
jumla,
yes,
right?
correct. Resembling a jumlah. It's not exactly a jumlah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, can? Okay, so here, what we have just now, we have a the here as our mubtada, yes? And then we can have two choices, whether this is a fragment or this is a khabar of dhalik, yes? And then this is basically our like next sentence, okay? This next sentence, okay, is if you say that the kitab is badal of dhalik, then this sentence, the la roiba, is your khabar. So let me write first. Wal jumlah, if you say that this is a fragment, okay, wal jumlah ba'da, the jumlah after it, meaning, just to make it clear, la roiba fi, okay, is fi mahali rafa. It's the khabar of this mubtada, this fragment. Okay. Let me put this in pink. Oh no, purple. Okay. And who's here with us? Anyone else can participate? Sister.
Sister Sue is here.
Sister Sue. Okay. Yes, Sister Sue.
Ma.
Can you translate for me? Okay. From dhalika to la roiba fi, as this is as a fragment, and this is basically zalikal kitab is your mubtada, la roiba fi is your khabar.
How do I do that? Zalikal kitabu. Okay, I don't really understand the difference.
The difference? Okay. So if you say this is a fragment, okay, when you say this, right, you can have a fragment and you have a sentence. You can either say this book or this is the book. This is the book is a sentence. Okay. This book is a fragment, is incomplete.
May I interrupt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Zalika, is that like?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So that's another thing actually. So Zalika is that for fa, yes, okay. But there are two types of that that we're looking at, because the lam that is to show the fa, right? It can show far or high above in terms of distance and in terms of status. Okay, so here, like when you point to the Quran, basically the book, right?
Mhm.
Although it's zalika, that, right? We mean it in terms of status, not in terms of distance. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so if you see, let me go to Quran.com. You will see that all the translators translate as this. Okay, this.
Okay.
Okay, even the
Oh.
Malay one, ini, not itu.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and in fact, if you are adventurous enough to read tafsir, okay, this is a Tabari, okay, hadha, okay.
Mm,
So the
okay.
Mufassirin all say it's hadha al-kitab, hadha al-kitab, okay. Ibn Ashur will talk about the Arabic things, but yeah, we'll not go there, not so far there. Okay,
Yeah.
so basically, yes, it's translated here this, okay.
Okay.
But that's a good question. Okay, so yes, back to Sister Sue. So if this is a fragment, right?
Yeah.
This book fragment, right? And then this is our khobar.
Okay.
This book.
This book has
Yes.
no doubt in it.
Yes. No doubt in it.
In it.
Yes. Okay. If you say that, so this is the purple one. Okay. This is mubtada until the purple here. And then la roiba part is your khobar. Okay.
And where is the hash come from?
Oh, okay. So, okay, this book is basically no doubt in it. Okay. So
Okay.
this book is no doubt in it. We don't say that in English. Yes. So we
Oh,
say
okay.
this book has no doubt in it. Yes. But this is our khabar of this book. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes. And then if you say that this is the khabar right here. Yes. And then what would be this sentence? La roiba fi. What would be it in this sentence? Sister Shamima?
Yes.
What is the connection of this sentence? La roiba fi. If you say that this is, okay, let me be clear. So this is the
this is the book. If I said this is the book,
yes. If you say this, oops, sorry, is the book.
Mhm.
And what would la roiba fi will be what? How is it connected?
there is no doubt in it. Like it has no doubt. Yeah, I don't know. That also cover, right? Two cover here.
So you're saying that this part will be the khobar thani. Yes?
Yeah, son. Yes, yes.
Yes, good. So if you say that this one, okay, if you say this, then actually there are two ways to look at this. I'm going to use alif. Okay. If you say that this is khobar, then you say
Son.
wal jumlah ba'daha. Oh yes, ba'dahu, which is the la roy ba fi. Oops. Is going to be fi mahali.
Fi mahil rafin khabar. Sani.
Yes, correct. Khobar tani. Yes, okay. Anybody else have a idea? There's another option for this. If you say this is khobar, there's another sifa. Sifa of what?
Sifa of the kitab.
Okay.
Of the...
So the kitab is the kitab is a proper word. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So instead of sifa, this jumlah is the hal of al-kitab.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. You all have learned that, right? The hal, a jumlah can be a hal. Yes. So basically وجملة بعد here, this one في محل نصب
Nasab, yeah.
is the hal. Hal, what do we say? Li, fi,
في محل
min,
نصب حال.
and then
Di-
في محل
min.
نصب
Min.
حال من
Min.
yeah.
Yes, min. Kita. Okay, sifah li. Sifah li. Okay. So the
Yes.
translation for this will be, this is the book. Sister Shamima?
This is the book.
Maybe
The,
that has
that. Okay.
no
There has
doubt
no doubt in it.
in it. Yes. Can everybody with me here, inshallah?
Allah.
So
Or are you
basically,
lost?
we are, yeah,
Sister,
little bit.
Yes. Someone saying basically what?
Yeah. Can I ask?
Yes.
Okay. So we are adding extra words in that, right? This
Yes.
is the book that has.
So okay. So if you're saying this is mubtada and khabar, yes, there's no is really in the Arabic language, right? So yes, you have to add that exactly. Okay. But when you
So
add,
this is
there's
another way
a
of translating.
yes, basically
This is correct way.
Yes. Okay. So this is because this is the mubtada and khabar, and then this is basically the second khabar or the hal of the kitab. You translate something like that. Okay. Anybody else have a question?
Yes, sister. Yeah, yes, Sister Jahanara. Yeah, here this is categorical negotiation, right? So we'll be getting it as absolute no, right? A
Yes,
strong
correct.
no.
So yes, correct. You can say this book has absolutely no doubt in it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And here one more thing, I can't understand this one. As Ism Isyarah mabni ala sukun. What is the sukun? I can't see any sukun there.
The sukun on the
Fatha, right?
alif. The sukun on the alif.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the za,
Okay, that.
yes, the za is a short alif. It written a short alif in the mushaf. Yes. Okay. Okay.
And
Anybody?
here the second translation also you describe it as Ism Isyarah Musharun Ilay. This is the book that has.
No,
if you are-
this will be a mubtada and a khabar. The blue one, this is mubtada, this is khabar. And then this is second khabar or hal. Okay? The purple one, this is mubtada, and then this one is khabar. Clear, everybody?
Yes.
This is a very deep ayah. That's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do, I think what I'm going to do with you is already enough of a headache. But if you were to open some Iraq books, there are actually more than this. More can be said. Okay? But yes. Okay? So I take it that most of us read until fi and stop here.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Okay. So we will do the other stopping one also, but later. Okay. So if we stop here, okay, so we will translate until here, it, yes. And then, so basically, hudal lil muttaqin will be our next part of the ayah. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, give me a second. Give me a second. La rayba fi. I made a mistake here. Okay. Sorry, sorry. Give me a second. La rayba fi. Oh yes, okay. So correct. So here, okay. So we take this to be our wakaf. Yes. So we put a wakaf here. Okay. And then hudan is going to be next part of the ayah. Who else is here? Sister Jahanara, are you able to participate?
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah, I can.
Aha.
Yeah.
Hudan.
So,
What
then
would be?
no, this is it's a non-flexible word, right?
Yes. So it can be rafa, can be nasab, can be jar.
So it is fi mahalli nasab.
Why?
Why? Because it is showing the cover, right? Any detail of the book, right? There is no doubt in that. Any. It is the guidance. It is giving us some details, right?
Okay.
Guidance. It is.
So you're saying is a khabar, is a rafa or nasab? Detail in what sense? We don't have a maf'ul, we don't have a fi'il, yes? So it's most likely not maf'ul. So what kind of detail?
It is referring back to the kitab, right? It goes back to the kitab, saying that it is the guidance. So I am saying that it could be fi mahalli nasab.
Why? As in, what's the grammar? Fi mahalli nasab what? Fi mahalli nasab can be maf'ul, can be hal, can be tamyiz. So you're saying fi mahalli nasab, why? You understand my question?
Yeah, I got it, but I don't know the answer.
Sorry, say again.
I can't, I don't know. Like it is fi mahalli nasab, I can do that. But you are asking for the reason, right?
Yes.
So then,
okay. How would you translate after this? So this book, whether you take number 1 or number 2, right? And then how would you translate the Hudal lil Muttaqin?
any guidance for the ITS.
Okay, just like this, like oops, just or maybe a guidance like that for those like that only. Okay, so actually again there is 2 ways of looking at it. Who else is here? Let me see.
Qurratul Ain.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Can you help with Hudan? What do you think it could be?
I was thinking it's khabar thani.
It's khabar. So basically this is mubtada, khabar 1, khabar 2. Yes?
Yes. So
Okay.
marfu bidhamma al-muqaddara.
Yes, good. Okay. So let's do that one first. Okay. So you will say sorry. 1, it is khabar. So depending on what you say just now, right? This could be khabar number 2. This could even be khabar number 3. Yes?
Yes.
Or it could be, okay, give me a second. Khabar, okay. So khabar, it could be khabar thani or salis, depending on the above one. Yes. And it's going to be marfu bil
Dhamma.
Dhamma what?
Al-muqaddara.
Yes.
Dhamma muqaddara.
Al-muqaddara on what letter? Where are you implying the dhamma? What letter is this? Alif or ya?
Alif.
Yes, alif. Okay, al-alif. So if it's al-alif, then is it ta'adhur or thiqal?
Hudan would be ta'adhur.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Oh, sorry. Ta'adhur. Okay.
Can
clear?
you tell me what is ta'azzur is?
Ta'adhur means impossible. Alif, impossible for an alif to take a harakah. So that's why you have to imply, you have to estimate the dhamma on the alif.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, and you said that the khobar could be the third khobar. It means that kitabu is the first khobar, right?
Yes, correct. Okay. So if you, maybe I put this one would be, oops, sorry. This one will be purple. If you take the purple one just now, this one will be the blue one. Okay. In fact, I can also add basically, or it can be khabar also, but to a mubtada that is mahzuf. Okay, then maybe I put like green. So maybe this is basically like a new sentence. So you can have it is, for example, in the translation later. Okay, and then it's still whether you say habar sani or habar second or habar third or habar to a mubtada that's not there, it's all going to be marfu bil dhamma muqaddarah. Okay, the other one that the sister was saying is basically can be fi mahali, yes, nasab. So is the hal, not fi mahali, sorry, we won't say that. Back to you, Sister Baby, is it? Did I miss anyone?
Okay, Sister Vinita.
Sister Vinita, are you participating? I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So,
So
hal.
yes, hal. What do we say? Hal to what?
Hal min al-kitab.
Yes, the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even basically, if you say the first one, this is actually your second hal. Yes, because you said la roibah is your first hal just now.
Hal.
Yes. So hal min al-kitab. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be
Tani.
what status?
Fi mahali.
Hudan,
Yeah,
not
you
fi
just
mahali.
said that. Okay.
What do
So
we
it
say?
will be hal min kitab mansub.
Mansub what? What's the sign of mansub?
Mansub bil fatha muqaddara.
Yes, okay. Basically the same, except that we just change it to mansub.
Mansub bil fatha muqaddara ala alif litta.
Yes. Okay. Everyone there with me, inshallah? You can see it both
Sorry
ways.
to ask you again, what is the meaning of muqaddara?
Imply.
Oh, imply.
So if you say, because this word can be rafa, can be nasab, can be jar, right? So if you say it's a khobar, then you have to imply that it's rafa. If you say this is mansub, you have to imply that there's a fatha there. Okay, so if you say it's a hal, then it's mansub. The sign of the mansub is a fatha that you estimate it to be there. It's not actually there. You don't see it, although you see a fatha time, but this word is always going to be like this, right? It will never be hudun, never be hudin. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clear. Sorry to
Yes.
ask you many questions.
No worries. Here. Yes.
Sister, what is the hal min al kabi? Kabi
Oh,
what is
sorry,
the meaning?
kitabi. Yes, kitabi. Oops, kitabi.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, Ken. And then, last one, lil muttaqin. So, if you say, Sister Hamisa, if you say that this is khabar, then lil muttaqin will be,
Ta'alik bil khabar.
yes,
Mubtada.
muta'alliq bil khabar. So, this is jar.
Wa
Sorry.
majrur.
Yes, no matter what you say, it is
Yeah.
jar wa majrur. And then what's the sign of the majrur?
Bil ya.
Mm-hmm. Then what do we say?
Niabatan anil kasrah.
Yes. Oops. Yeah. Batan. Anil kasra. Why?
Li'annahu
Mm-hmm.
jamak muzakkar salim.
Annahu jama' muzakkar salim. Yes. Okay. And then after that, you say if you say this is khobar, hudan. If you say hudan is khobar, this is what you say just now? Muta'alliq
Muta'alliq bil
khobar, yes.
khabar.
And if you say that hudan is hal,
Oh my, dan his hal is sifah.
yes, very good. So fi mahali,
Fi mahali fi mahali rafa.
hal is
Sorry, fi mahali nasab.
because it's the sifah to hudan. Yes, everybody with me there? Can you see?
Yes.
I don't know how to color this. Okay, I'm gonna fix the color
Sister,
here.
which one is sifat you said? Oh, lil muttaqin?
Yes, if you say that hudan is a hal, then lil muttaqin is the sifah to hudan. Guidance to, you will translate the same way, but Iraab wise is a bit different. Okay.
Because
Okay.
nakirah
If you
followed by.
yes, because this is a nakira word followed by jar or majrur. Yes, you don't have muta'alliq bil hal. Technically you can, but you have to say why. How is it muta'alliq? Yes. So here the translation, you can just a guidance like this. Maybe if it's a hal, if you say this is a hal, if you say it's a khabar to a mubtada mazuf, you might see something like this. It is a guidance. How do we translate muttaqin, Sister Shamima?
Those who adopt consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes, for those who are conscious of Allah.
Allah subhanahu.
Okay, so this one I put, I don't know, I might change the color later. Okay, any questions for now? We haven't actually done the sarf. Maybe next lesson, when we come back, we do the sarf of all the words that we missed first. And then we do the second, which is if you stop at Iraab, okay, then what happens to fihi hudal lil muttaqin? This will be your next part of your ayah if you stop here. Yes, and it'll be a bit different translation. But yes, any questions before we end the day today? No questions?
Alhamdulillah, many minds, very fruitful discussion, very rich
Yes.
discussion.
Alhamdulillah.
You are
Yes.
very,
This is
very
a short ayah. This ayah itself is very rich. Yes. Yes. Okay. That have many meanings, even though it's actually a very short ayah, but you can Irab in so many ways. Yes. And yes, okay. So you can basically use the stopping signs also to contemplate about the ayah. Yes. So when we stop here and we treat this as a different sentence, basically, may Allah count this, our Irab, as part of the contemplation of his ayah. Inshallah. Okay.
Ameen.
So if there's no questions, then I'll see you all next week, inshallah, for the second part.
Inshallah.
We'll do sarf first. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam.
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi
Jazakallah khairan, Sister
Jazakallah
Adila.
khair,
Wa
sis.
iyyakum.